Tonight, even though the light spell was on, I didn't see it. Hi, I'm Kivy.
And I'm Paul Zajac.
Welcome to D&D SPN, the channel where we smash together Dungeons & Dragons live play with sports commentary.
Kind of. Tonight's clip looks at a series of small clips leading up to a potential moment involving light, and the monsters they're fighting are shadows. I thought that was kind of a cool juxtaposition. Let's watch the clip and then we'll talk about it.
You're on a misty island. The darkness is the edge of the mist.
Is this because it's literal fog or because it's dark?
It's foggy.
I'll cast the light cantrip on my little blue symbol of Moradin pendant to give us some more light.
Okay.
Yeah, 20-foot radius of bright light, and then 20 foot beyond that is dim light.
Okay.
For whatever. And I can color it how I would like. I would like to color it blue.
Out of the mist come these darker, swirling figures, and you see two shadows. They're standing there. Looks like at the entrance of a stairway leading somewhere. The shadow sees you. There's two of them. They start in this kind of raspy voice. We are the sorrow. We guard and protect those who mourn.
All right, hey, the sorrow. Jasper gets up. It's like, hey, the sorrow. Like, who's crying in there?
So the clip ends just before I move up the radius of the cleric's light spell into where the shadows are. And I think we can imagine different things about how that would happen. By the rules, shadows are affected by daylight, but there's no mention of any other type of light. And that kind of comes in a mismatch with the light cantrip. I'm going to put up some information on the screen about different light spells. There's many spells that create light in D&D, and this is not by any means an exhaustive list, but I think these are thematically ones that concentrate on light. And so the daylight is the first spell that really, that literally creates daylight, and that would have affected the shadows. But I kind of think that it would be thematically cool if there was some effect of the light spell. And if you're just playing by the rules, there's not that option. I got a little bit more to say about it, but Kivy, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I like when players tend to like to use those kind of cantrips, and I kind of like when they do affect the environment around them. I think it was kind of a like, hey, let's kind of light the space up. And I do like when monsters respond to player actions. And there's a couple, a DM could have some creative ways to deal with this. Maybe light actually, because maybe if something casts a shadow, that shadow gets a little bit bigger. Or maybe those shadows do shirk away. It depends on kind of what you want to do. And you can change it up so that when players kind of figure out, okay, light will chase away these particular mobs, maybe not next time because something's going to change about those mobs. Maybe it enrages them and they attack the light giver or things like that. So it kind of keeps players on their toes, but it also kind of rewards them with interesting story beats when they try something a little unconventional.
I like that idea of the shadow, because shadows are created by light, that shadow actually becomes bigger. I was thinking, it also really depends on the dungeon master. I'm not really great at voices and role play, and I think that if you were, say, like our friend Charlie, you can just kill that scene with being awesome at role play. But if you're not, then what do you do? My thought about it was that you could, like Keith Amon, look at the stats of the monster itself. And so if you look at shadows, they're not particularly intelligent or wise. And so I thought, okay, well, so maybe they are then just light averse and they stay away from the person casting the light as best as they can. So they attack somebody else. And so you could play it that way. I think that, the light spell is similar to some other spells in D&D, because D&D has like gradations of effects. Light is one example. Illusions are another example. Fire-based attacks are another example, where there's like a small spell that does something and a bigger spell and bigger spell. They can't give all the effects to the first the first instance of that spell. And this is kind of like where the storytelling doesn't match up with the mechanics. And when that happens, the DM is left to fill that space. And I think, I didn't put what happened afterwards, this clip, because I just don't think I did a great job. But that's part of what this channel is about.
Yeah, and if you think of something cool to do with a shadow when the blue lights come on, pop off in the comments. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, right. What do you do? Really want to know. I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch the full battle from which this came from, you can watch it on our second channel, D&D SBN 2 The Deuce. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. It helps us out. Thanks.